And joining us now to talk more about the GOP budget proposal is Kereakos. He is a former advisor to President George W. Bush and an expert in turning around failing businesses. Now, Ryan's plan cuts taxes and makes serious changes to Medicare and Medicaid. Democrats say that is unfair. What's your take?
They're lying. They're simply using this as a positioning for re-election. It's simply not true. We have a huge $5 trillion deficit that needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, we're going to have to make serious, unpleasant cuts in Medicare, Medicaid, and other social programs. Now, Ryan's original plan was to privatize the entire program. Now he's given you a choice. You can go towards a privatized program, or we can simply keep taking the money from the current Medicare, Medicaid program until it runs out, which President Obama has admitted is going to run out, because he's run up the deficit to the point where it's never been before. He's actually on pace to outspend every president combined in U.S. history.
Now, fiscal experts agree that cutting the deficit will mean some tough choices, yet the Obama administration's budget proposal doesn't touch entitlements. Why do you think that is? Of
course it doesn't, because President Obama's agenda is to socialize the United States and make us like a European country where we spread the wealth. And he's using the wealth divide, the take from the rich, give to the poor. And that's why he doesn't want to cut out the entitlement programs. And right now, there are more people on government-assisted and government welfare programs or some type of money funding than there have been ever before. The average American disposable income is $32,000, and the recipients of government money is $34,000. So of course he's appealing to these people, and he's making America a state where we're reliant on the government. This is why he's not touching it. There's so much waste in the government right now. We need to make $5 trillion in cuts immediately, as soon as we can. They're going to be unpleasant, but this administration doesn't want to touch social programs.
No, those numbers are alarming. Ryan's plan also does away with the alternative minimum tax. How has the AMT become a burden on taxpayers?
Well, it was designed to, again, it's class warfare. It was designed to attack rich people, okay, to keep them from getting the deductions. But what it's really doing is it's burdening the middle class. Look, we have serious problems in this country right now when it comes to the economy and people's income. We have rising off-the-chart gas prices. We've got problems with Iran. Everything's getting expensive. If you take away mortgage deductions and other deductions that we're all used to taking in the middle class and the lower middle class, the hardworking Americans, they just can't make it. And again, that'll make them reliant on other government programs. So it's not working. The alternative tax is not a good idea. It was aimed against rich people and wealthy people, and it really hurts the middle class and the lower middle class.
Talking about the wealthy, Warren Buffett has gotten a lot of attention with his calls for higher taxes on the rich. President Obama's plan for the tax is even called the Buffett rule. We're also learning now that that's only going to bring in about $31 billion in 7 years. Why such a strong push for a tax that would have such a tiny impact?
Because, again, it's the push for class warfare, okay? The Obama administration is appealing towards the working class people that are reliant from paycheck to paycheck, and they're putting this divide of, oh, the rich are getting all this, the rich have all the money, the rich need to pay their fair share. And that's just simply not true, and it doesn't work. At some point, you know, you can't keep taxing all the wealthy people that are producing the jobs, that are getting the economy going, and it's not going to work. They're going to run out of money, and all the money combined won't even dent the process. What we need is tax cuts. Yeah. We need them immediately. We need to lower the corporate tax rate so we can invite foreign companies to work in the here in America and create jobs and get small businesses going again.
Okay.
This plan is a good plan, but unfortunately it's dead on arrival because Harry Reid in the Senate will not address it.
All right, Mr. Zuras, thank you so much for your time. Always appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Have a great day. Thank you very much.